I've
To YouTube, yeah. Hello, YouTube losers.
Man, I'll be interested to see what you guys think.
yeah,
I'm definitely interested in
I'll
watching
give you my
that.
thoughts. I'm gonna share the Bitchute link.
Especially you, Chris, because you already read it, so you kind of know what you're getting into.
Right.
Although not really, because there's just so many other aspects to the film that's not in the book.
Right. How you like Bitchute? Are you making anything from that, or?
I'm thinking about it. I was a little afraid at first. I was playing the movie on Bitchute, and I had it on a Bluetooth speaker, and I noticed the audio was lagged, and I was like, oh no, it's gonna ruin the movie. It's not good enough. But I think it was just the Bluetooth that was doing that. So
I'm your first subscriber on Bitchute.
I think Bitchute has potential. I think well, YouTube needs a competitor first of all, but I also like the idea of streaming from BitTorrent. I think that's a pretty cool idea.
Right. Have you noticed, like, as far as the videos that they put at the top of the list, is there a, whatever you want to call it,
On the top of the list, the
trending, you mean?
An agenda, or
on BitChute,
leaning this way, leaning that way, whatever.
I would assume it was just right leaning in general, because the main platforms are pushing out so many right leaning people that the alternate platforms end up being right leaning.
Right, kind of like mine's.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Our friend Rush has been having a little bit of technical issues with his internet, so he might be in and out.
Yeah, it's been quiet, eh?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this new feature to kick off gathering.
I've been thinking a lot about. I'm following this academic who's doing a lot of live streaming, and he's got this community around him for that reason. And live streaming seems to really bring people together.
Yeah,
and keep it exciting.
And with this, people can be commenting. They don't even have to, like, they can join in, or they can watch the live stream on YouTube and then just have like a Minds page open too and comment. Here, if they don't want to be like in the live stream, in the actual.
Anyway. Yeah, I was listening to Jordan Peterson today, and he made an interesting point that with all the live streaming and just YouTube in general, it could potentially be bigger than the printing press, just because with the printing press, people had to still learn how to read.
Mm-hmm.
With videos, you can just put out content and people all over the world can just watch, and they don't even have to read. They can just passively listen, and it's potentially explosive.
Yeah, what they want to do now is like when someone writes a book, they all want to make it audio also,
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's so much more reach that you're able to get with people that can't read,
Yeah,
slow readers,
and that's how, like, Jordan Peterson is as big as he is, or Joe Rogan, or any of these other guys.
Yeah, I've thought about reading some books and like putting them out there.
Yeah.
creating essentially an audiobook, you know.
Yeah.
But they hire a professional readers, you know.
Right. Well, I would make it as professional as possible, cut it and all that.
Yeah, it's not easy, man.
The part that needs to be redone, you know, go back and reread it.
What's the name of that black actor with that voice there, the famous voice?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
That's him. I mean, he can read like any book, man, and like people with.
And then there's James Earl Jones. He read the Bible and all kind of different stuff.
Well, I think the first guy you said there, he also did a Bible thing, eh?
Yeah, he did a show about it.
Oh, okay. I thought he had read the Bible.
I don't know if he did a audiobook of the Bible. There's Rush back in.
Yeah. I'm not getting great service in the rain.
Yeah, that's what we let him know.
Yeah. Not much at all, I guess.
Oh, what's this? What's this? I just raised my hand.
Yeah, that's.
All right, let me reload my hand.
I as the or the owner of the group have the option to like make it where everybody's muted when they come in the room.
Oh, and you got to raise your hand to talk.
Right, exactly.
I see. I mean, maybe that'd be useful if you had like 10 people in here or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We seem to manage it with about 7 people. So
7 people.
Yeah.
How many can they do in total? Like a dozen?
I've seen the screenshot of the owner, Oddman.
Yeah.
I think they had 12.
12. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could probably do more than that.
Yeah, sure can.
Probably like a Google Hangout. Everybody's saying they have like 20.
Wow. That'd be chaos.
Oh, you can also share your screen.
Oh, you know what? You know what I'm looking forward to? Have you ever tried social VR?
Social VR? No.
Yeah, virtual reality, and where you can actually hang out with people, and it feels like you're actually right there.
Is that right?
Yeah, you know, because the way they do the microphone, as if you're in VR, you're like 5 feet away from me. Your mic will sound like as if you're 5 feet away from me, and I can see like where you're looking and where you're putting your hands in.
Holy shit!
It's pretty crazy. It's crazy if you think about like celebrities doing this.
They already have it like going for this conversation.
Yeah.
They're able to listen to all that shit in however they want to.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Yeah.
What, here?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Oh.
If it's on the internet, they can have access to it.
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, Facebook has VR, so you have Zuckerberg looking and measuring where you're actually looking.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's creepy, man.
I'm getting ready to turn my Facebook shit off.
I deleted it. I'm done.
Yay, me too.
Yep.
I've been meme farming from there, but other than that, I'm like, I post just wake up fucking sheep type shit.
Just go on like every day and write Facebook sucks.
Yeah. I post a bunch of, hey, come to Mines. Like that meme I made about when you mention Mines.com and you get that Facebook stare.
Yeah.
I post that all the time.
Facebook probably has you shadow banned.
Oh yeah.
like all this Minds propaganda. Well, I heard if you link Minds on Facebook, then Facebook's like, oh man, this is unsecure. It's an unsecure link.
Yeah, it was doing that, and now they're letting you do it in the messenger now. It was shadow banning it for sure, like blocking me from sending it to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, it's weird.
I had put a little video on YouTube, Minds, and yeah, like you talk about shadow ban, you know?
Mm.
It was getting no views at all, man. It had like 5 views. Like, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube wasn't. It didn't used to be like that. I remember uploading videos back in 2010, and you'd get 500 hits like pretty easily without doing anything. Now it's like you're fighting for it.
Well, the competition is it's fierce too now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Well, they've got the feeds set up to where it's so hard to go back to find stuff, just like in Minds. It's so hard to find your, older content.
Yeah, that's
Sit and scroll for fucking hours on end is just lunacy.
Yeah, that would be cool if they worked on that next. And I also want like a circles feature. If I could just like be like, oh, what are these like 20 different people up to?
Yeah.
And see only their content, or like switch between groups of people like that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They're talking about changing this from the gathering to its own standalone, so they're not going to have the Jetsy as a factor.
They're not going to have a what?
So right now we're communicating through a service called Jetsy, JIT.SI.
Right.
And so that's the platform that's presenting this like Google Hangout type of situation.
Yep.
Okay.
And Minds is going to eventually phase that out and have its own service doing the same thing. Supposedly. That's what I've heard.
Oh, good luck.
So there's a lot of changes still ahead, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Well, they had that $6 million funding round. I figured they'd be moving pretty fast.
Well, I mean, to put this out, that is kind of fast for that part.
Yeah.
So we talked flat Earth yesterday.
Yeah.
And then we got into Type 1 civilizations.
Oh, that's cool. Type 1 civilizations. That's when you're interplanetary.
Right.
Or is that just in your solar system?
Well, you have the function of being able to control the weather and like eruptions and earthquakes, all that kind of stuff, and you can go between the planets here in the solar system.
Right.
I've been there. I've done that.
And, level or Type 2 would be interstellar. You can go between star systems. So we should be focusing on getting up to that level of a Type 1 civilization.
Yeah, I've kind of figured that that we run a real risk of like an AI, like an enemy AI situation before we even get to Type 1. Or, like a Matrix, situation in which like everybody's in this kind of virtual realm and like basically like water tanks Everybody's just hanging out in pods.
Right. Harnessing power.
That seems likely to me. That seems like, you know, that seems like what this world is at the moment, you know, with everybody on their phones and stuff.
Well, you know how they've created those bodysuits that you can wear to harness power for making Bitcoin.
Oh, nice.
So
you're just like hanging out and mining with your body energy.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope. Like, you tell me I can just make money sitting around. I'll take it. I'll take that option.
Oh man.
That's like, if you think about it, that's the dream.
Yeah. Well, no, my dream is traveling around, like doing interviews and like meeting people and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's another dream.
Give me a couple 360 cameras, me and my dude.
Who do you interview?
Oh, just whoever's on the road, you know.
Yeah.
Wherever
Yeah, that's a good motivation to talk to people and, you know, figure out what's going on.
Like, hey, what y'all need some help? You know, is there anything I can help with?
Yeah.
And then maybe like see what they got going on, or you know, maybe they got a good story to tell.
Absolutely.
Finding some good news stories, basically, instead of looking for the sensational, you know, covering all the drama.
Yeah.
The good stuff. The real life.
Yeah, you figure that, you know, everybody's crazy online, but as soon as you get out, everybody's decent. Everybody's decent in real life. That's what it usually comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's crazy online?
Yeah, everybody's crazy online. They're outrageous and they're mad, and you know,
on TV and you know in the movies.
And then when you actually meet people in real life, they're down to earth, essentially. I mean, sometimes you meet kids and you're like, I can't believe. Like, if I'm hanging out with somebody who's like 8 years younger than me, like around like 20, like early 20s, it's like they're in a whole different world.
What's your age?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the younger crowd is definitely still sleeping.
Yep. Yeah, I think more of them are awake than
more are waking up, but they're being like put in fucking mental institutions and shit.
Yep.
As soon as they do wake up and corrected, you know.
Well, it's like I figure the internet can be pretty addictive.
Yeah.
Like and you know, I've been through like patches of time in which I'm just looking at like candy. I'm looking at like things that just, you know, are like immediately gratifying, but they don't, you know, I get like almost like sick if I look at that stuff too much, because I'm not like actually like figuring anything out. And I bet if you're a kid, it's like how do you get out of that? Just playing video games, looking at memes.
Right.
So how much did it cost you to make that movie, man?
It took I was working with a film crew. I paid them $600.
So it's a documentary on poetry or some kind of...
Yeah, I performed it live. I did. Oh man, I also had to pay the studio. I paid the studio about $200. Paid them $600. Yeah, I did these 2 live shows.
Okay.
And they had 3 different camera setups for every time I did the live shows. And then I did these 2 shows before that just by myself and with the cameras. And that's where they got all the close-ups and stuff.
Okay.
And because I'm not a seasoned performer or anything, I needed a lot of material in order to like get something that was actually good. So then this whole past year, I've been cutting it.
Okay.
And
it's stand-up poetry.
yep.
Okay. I don't think I ever watched anything like that. That should be
No,
interesting.
I know it's pretty wild. I don't think there's anything like it. If you I don't know if you ever smoke weed or anything like that. You smoke a joint and you watch that, like, it'll just take you places because it's just very psychedelic already.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So when this gets bigger, we're gonna have to watch out for trolls and shit that jump in and post a bunch of dumb shit.
True.
So we've already our first night it was porn fest on the chat on the right.
Oh man.
So,
oh, did Demi Rose come in?
No.
Oh, I wish.
I'm sure her proteges did pretty.
I wish. What a body she's got, man. Oh my goodness. But I looked there, man. I didn't see no porn.
Yeah, she's just hanging out in a bathing suit. She's just trying to have a good time.
Yeah, no, but someone said that she does porn, and so I looked online and I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, it's just the suits, and the dresses.
Yeah, that's what I like, classy stuff, man.
Yeah.
What's this? They want to put Trump on the $100 bill?
The $100 wheel.
$100 bill?
Oh, $100 bill. Yeah, I bet they would. Or maybe a $500 bill. Do they have 1,000?
Let's see if I could upload the picture here in the chat box.
Daddy, can you put this on white so it works?
No, remember that one's broken, baby.
Is it broke?
Yeah, that one's burnt out.
Wait. So it is broke.
That's my daughter.
That's the life of the house, eh?
Yeah.
Mm.
Man, she's definitely brightens it up.
For sure, man. No doubt. That's what they do. They lighten up the place.
Mm-hmm. Especially her. You know how parents are like biased towards the cuteness or whatever of their kids?
It is cuter.
I don't have to be.
We're gonna take this outside.
Everywhere I go, I get like compliments on her. I'm like, yeah, she loves it.
How old is she?
She's 3.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Almost 4.
Daddy,
She'll be 4 in a month.
Daddy, I want the remote.
Oy.
No one.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Uh-oh, we're in trouble now. Oh well, forget about that.
So yeah, interruption.
Hey, back.
Yep.
Go put your name in my giveaway. It's 1,000 tokens on Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of tokens. I got 900. I bought some.
Cool.
and man, they're hard to spend. Like, I put like $5. I do 5 token boosts all the time. I'm not like it's gonna take a long time to work through those 900 tokens.
Wow. Did you buy any tokens?
Yeah, I bought them from that Axel guy.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I kind of felt bad though after because I figure the way he gets all those tokens is he's like running a bot farm that's farming the tokens and then he sells it because it was like really cheap. I think it was something like for 1,000. For 1,000 tokens I paid him $90.
That's what he asked me for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 10 cents. So
Yeah.
all right.
Well, he says his friends, his family, and he accumulates them.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's good, for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It really worked out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
And they're off chain or?
Yep. They're off chain. That's the beautiful part.
Yeah, that's the beautiful part.
So you have 158 names already in this giveaway. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
How long you been running this?
A month now.
No, the
month
giveaway
Valentine's, right?
over a week.
Oh, week. 158 names. That's
Only a week?
Well, just over a week, I think. Maybe 2. But I went everywhere and I told everybody, come put your name, and there's 1,000 tokens, and some people gave,
29?
Who are these people eating grass?
I don't want your tokens. Get out of here, you scammer, you troll. Oh man, okay, sorry. But I've been doing these giveaways for a while, so kind of like people know that they're real, But this is my biggest yet.
All right.
Think we can get Ragmar in here?
What? For me?
A Ragmar? The Star Setter guy? You know the Star Shatter guy?
No. Star
No,
Shatter?
you've probably seen him around. He's
You
everywhere.
haven't seen the guy that wrote the book Star Shatter?
No.
Or he's got the blue icon. Like
Well, maybe I seen him like Buddy said there, but I just don't.
Got a blue like guy in metal armor.
Anyway, what about
him? Nothing. Just seeing if we can get him in here. I tagged him earlier.
Oh, okay.
Let him promote his book too.
Yeah.
So an American that knows how to read, well, that's a first.
Oh Lord.
God. It may make a movie out of you.
Fuck you, motherfucker. Where are you at in there, Mac?
I'm hanging.
No, what area are you? Canada?
Oh, I'm in Toronto.
Yeah, you're Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Yep.
Hey, remember, you in the U.S., we're on top. That makes you our bitch.
Yeah, serious. Well, I grew up in America. I grew up in New Hampshire. And I was living in Pittsburgh after that, and then I moved to Toronto because I was a Canadian citizen. So I thought I might as well go up and see what they're all about.
So tell them it's a lot better here, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking about moving. I'm honestly thinking about moving because it's.
Well, Well, Toronto's pretty bad lately, man.
It's been what?
Toronto's been bad lately.
Bad
Pretty
lately. With what?
Yeah, crime, lots of crime and stuff. No?
No, that's not the problem. I mean, I feel pretty safe here. It's, you know, actually I never really think about that. There are people getting shot, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, nobody talks about it. It's just in the papers, but I mean, there's so many people here, just one person getting shot. It's like not Chicago. I don't think it's, you know, it's at that level at all. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a progressive hellhole as far as the culture goes.
Oh, it's getting worse.
Yeah. It's you know, they're kind of going nuts. So it's kind of making me nuts.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
Yeah, Toronto's really expensive.
Yeah, I'm paying $1,100 a month to live in a closet, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah, well, you don't have a car, so I guess that cuts down on expense. And that's $1,100 Canadian, so that's really like $800 American.
Still.
Yes. In Pittsburgh, I was paying $150 to live in a house with 5 other people, but still only $150. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, but Toronto, Vancouver, it's all very expensive.
Yeah, Canada's just expensive in general. That's like it was weird moving up here because like I didn't know what $500 was worth when I moved up here. Like all of a sudden it was worth something completely different. You know, I get a paycheck and I just blow through it because I just didn't even know how much money I actually had.
You know where Hamilton is?
Yeah. Yep.
That was the closest I came to Toronto.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I went across from Detroit to Buffalo.
Buffalo's a weird city.
Yeah.
I was walking around the downtown of Buffalo. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "There's nobody here. This is just open streets."
Really?
The streets are very wide. There's like buildings sparsely, and it's like a downtown, but there was nobody around. It was the strangest thing.
Well, maybe I'd like that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe not if you're trying to look for a place to eat like I was. I was hungry.
The picture that takes me to, it's a bunch of buffalo like laying around. Well, cows or some shit. But I'm guessing they're talking about buffaloes. Looks like they've been rebuilding it a lot.
Yeah, and that was, I mean, the last time I was there was like 5 years ago. So maybe it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, I want to get a 360 camera and do a bunch of 360 stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be hiking and all kind of stuff like that. So.
The little one has a lot to say tonight, huh?
Yeah, she's getting upset over there about a movie.
There you are, Mac.
Yeah.
Welcome to the good luck.
Well, where am I? Oh yeah, on the comment. Yep.
Yeah. So you say 1,000 tokens is like it's a lot. People would have a hard time spending that.
Yeah, they would.
That's interesting.
But you know what's also funny is you know, with that many tokens, it's like if I want to leave mines, like, oh, I'm not into mines anymore, it's like the tokens will bring me back. It's like I gotta spend those tokens. I can't just leave.
That's yeah.
I gotta do something with those
I
tokens.
got the tokens. I can't sell them. I can't do anything with them. I can just boost posts.
It's all about those tokens.
It's all about the dopamine, man. Get people
Yeah.
addicted to their dopamine, the tokens. Gotta get me some more tokens.
I like the tokens. I'm a big fan. I like boosting.
Yeah, I'm probably like spending them as fast as I'm making them, so I'm not really gaining any, but I'm not really losing any at this point.
I'm not losing any.
That's good. That's good. That's a very that's the middle path.
Yeah. I'm throwing them out as much as I'm getting them in.
I remember when I first joined the site, it was like a very kind of addictive thing.
Yeah.
I was commenting on everything. I was just roving through the site, interacting with people and like trying to get tokens.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day he said, "Fuck it, I'm buying a shitload of them."
Yep. Yeah, and as soon as I did it, it kind of changed. It kind of, all of a sudden it didn't really mean anything if I like earned 5 tokens a day or something like that. That's kind of interesting.
It was different.
Yep.
But I've already got so many, so it really doesn't matter these.
Yeah. That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
That's too bad because I was actually meeting a lot of people going through the site like that, trying to get tokens.
Yeah.
Like it worked.
Yeah, definitely. Making memes and stuff like platform specific.
Yeah. So are you so you make memes? Like put it together and everything?
Yeah.
Man, I've always found that like pretty hard. I guess I don't have the mind for it. I can never think of like a good meme joke.
Me too.
I'm not really into making meme jokes as much as more meme awareness.
Meme aware, yeah. It's a meme economy.
Yep.
It's a meme magic.
Or memes, as some people say. Memes.
Do you ever go on what other sites do you go on? Do you go on Reddit at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't been in a little bit, probably a month or so. I go on Sola and YouTube, of course, Facebook, the evil one.
Yeah. You say Sola?
Yeah.
What's Sola?
Just got that a couple days ago. I'm on BitTube. You ever heard of BitTube?
BitTube, no.
It's like YouTube, but crypto.
That's different from Bitchute.
Right. Bit.tube. There's no like www or.
Oh yeah. It's a much more attractive site than Bitchute.
And then,
it looks like there's some porn here.
Yeah, there's actually a porn site that's linked with BitTube.
I see.
Let me see what it's called. Bit porn or some shit.
What do you guys think of crypto?
I don't know anything about it.
I got probably about $1,000 of maybe more actually, because I got about $1,000 of mine.
Yeah, I got about 1,500 on Ethereum right now.
Cool.
But I realized once I had like a significant amount of money, it kind of stressed me out.
So what are you saying? You got like $1,500 worth of Bitcoins?
Yeah, well, it's another coin that I got. I've got the Ethereum, which is what mine's is based off of.
Okay.
And I got it because they've got like, they've got like Stephen Hawking's level like autists running this network. You can, I believe in it. It's like some very, very smart people, and they're talking big game. So so I put some money in. I put money on it, and I kept putting more money on it, and then it went through like a big boom, and I got really excited. And I put more money on it.
Cool.
And after about like 3 months, I've ended up with $1,500 there. But now whenever it drops, like if it drops like, I don't know, $5 or something like that, it goes from like 115 to 110, I lose about like $40 or $50.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that starts to like stress me out. I start thinking about it during the day, like, oh man, I hope it doesn't drop, or like trying to check to see if it's gonna, like trying to anticipate it.
I bought a mining rig and I was mining Ethereum, and it's kind of slowly degraded. I need to call Amazon about the warranties and shit, but like lazy as fuck.
When did you buy that?
About a year ago. And so I had like a whole Ethereum, and then I traded some stuff on Mercury X.
Yeah, I'm on this one called Binance.
Yeah.
And
I
I mean, it's,
that one I'm trying
you
to
know what I
save.
appreciate it for? I never really knew much about finance or how markets worked or anything like that until I had money on the market. And as soon as that happened, I had this incentive to really figure it out, so I would know what was happening to my money.
Right.
Now you're addicted to that, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I stopped being addicted to mine. Started,
No, but
crypto.
those Bitcoins there, whatever you were talking about,
Yeah.
you're saying that when they go down in value, you're like stressed out and
Yeah, because if it drops $5 in value, okay, let me do the calculations here. I've got 14 Ethereum. Okay, so 14 of these coins, and if I lose $5, so that's $70 American. That's about $100 Canadian. So I could lose that, like it'll drop $5 like out of nowhere, and I'll just like, I just lost $100. Like just walking around, oh, I lost $100. Great.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you gain $100 out of nowhere too. So it goes the other way.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, it fluctuates, right?
Yeah, and that's what makes it exciting,
So how's it doing now? Is it picking up or?
Yeah, it went through this boom around, let's see here, December. Yeah, November to December, it went through like this pretty big boom, and I think I made like $400 altogether.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, man, it's like I'm making decent money, and then it dropped it dropped early January, pretty big, and I caught it halfway, so I didn't lose that much, and I was able to pick up more Ethereum because before it dropped, or you sense it's gonna drop, and then you sell, and then it drops, and then you can just buy when it's lower, and so you have like just more of these coins. And then I did that a couple times, but then also, if I do it more than that, I start losing money because I'm just dumb. If it goes up a little, I'll be like, oh man, it's going to go up a lot, maybe. So like I go all in.
Okay.
And then it just like drops immediately. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. So it plays with your emotions like that.
Well, yeah. It's like the stock market,
Yep. Yeah, except like dramatic.
So imagine though if you were in the stock market and you were dealing with like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And
I know. I started looking up that stuff. I heard about. I saw a post on Reddit of this guy who he lost $1 million in a day by shorting some, and the people in the comments were like people kill themselves over a lot less. Like this happens all the time to traders.
Oh shit!
And but he seemed like he was cool. He's just like, well, I'll just have to do it again.
Yeah.
Make all
Wow.
this money. I know $1 million. That's like, I mean, I think like $10,000 would like change my life.
Yeah. Maybe more like 50 for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Once I really started thinking about it, it's, yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine losing $1 million. What would that feel like?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
$1 million. Well, he must have several million though.
No, that was his million. That was the million that he had built. Yeah. Yeah. If you lost $1 million and you were a billionaire, yeah, that'd be one thing. But
yeah. Oh, that's sad, man.
yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, that's a blow. Yeah. And he was all right with that. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll get back up.
Yeah. Yeah. He's, yeah. Well, I guess he was pretty confident that he could do it again.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's just interesting. It's an interesting world. I don't know, maybe it's because, just being, getting in my 30s, getting older, start really thinking about money. When you're younger, money doesn't really mean that much. But now I'm like thinking, oh, geez, how am I going to start a family? How am I going to get this house? What's this life all about? All of a sudden, money takes a different tone.
Okay.
Mm.
So they changed it. I guess they de-associated with the porn part.
The Bitchute?
Yeah. I'm not finding the original website that they used to link to. They had another page. It was Bitchute coin, I think, and that's not coming up. Maybe it's bit.tube/coin.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff about blockchain that I've been researching a little bit, and there's people that say like, I don't know too much about this idea, but it sounds wild. Is that it was like this guy called Nick Land. He was speaking, and he's a right-wing accelerationist. That's his thing. So these accelerationists think that the world's accelerating. It's going to accelerate so fast that everything's going to collapse. And when things collapse, it's going to be a dark enlightenment in which there's a kind of like feudal, like a medieval feudal state emerges from that, where things still kind of work, but it's like things are like massively different. That's what these guys are saying anyways. Yeah, it's wild. But this guy was saying that with blockchain, that with Einsteinian physics of relativity, of space-time, that the way the math works out, you can't solve the problems that blockchain apparently solves. So I don't even know how this works, so I can't even go into detail. But what he was saying is that that blockchain has this particular relationship with time, in which every like 10 minutes you're making another block or something like that. And the way the rules work out is you can't double spend anything.
Right.
And that's what gives the blockchain security. But if you were just to do math and basic, like in relative space time that Einstein was talking about, you wouldn't actually ever be able to solve this problem. You wouldn't be able to stop double spending with just Einsteinian space time. So he was saying that blockchain is deeply weird, and it goes to like very it can just go into just very weird places with physics and stuff like that, which that's what makes me put money in it. When I hear stuff like that, I was like, this is going to change the world.
Right. I'm hopeful. I've got a little in a few different coins, and
what coins do you have?
Ethereum, Bitcoin, what is it? Bitcoin Cash.
Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, that one went really pumped.
Run Bitcoin, Surge, and
Yeah, Litecoin looks good too.
Force Mine.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm going to split.
All under $1,000.
I'm going to try and find Demi Moore there.
Oh, it was good to talk to you. Good to meet you, man.
Yeah.
Paw Patrol.
Yeah. I'll be sure to leave a comment on your YouTube thing once I watch.
Hey, I appreciate that for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by Paw Patrol.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, so
stay in. You don't have to. You can stay if you want to.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably dip out myself then. It was good talking to you guys.
Yeah, good talking to you as well.
Now have a good night.
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks for stopping by.
For sure.
You want to promote? Yeah.